I'm Shauna, and this is Brian. Welcome to our channel, Life Uninterrupted.
In 2018, we sold our home, auctioned off most of our belongings, and bought a motorhome, which we affectionately refer to as Freedom.
We travel full-time with our two French bulldogs, Lucy and Ricky.
Join us on our adventures by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you're notified when our videos release each week. So it was exciting to get up on a Saturday morning and hear an auctioneer. If you can pick that up or not. We made it to Kentucky. So we were in Tennessee a couple days ago, made it to Kentucky just outside of Louisville here. This is Marion County Fairground RV Park. You can see it here in the background behind us. That's the RV park, no frills, full hookups, $40 a night, a little pricey.
But
it's a great location. It's pretty much right here in they call the whiskey distillery row or something like that.
Yeah. Whiskey Row or the Whiskey Trail.
Whiskey Trail, yeah. Mm-hmm. And, like I said, no frills, but it is, backed up to a beautiful hillside up there overlooking that, which is nice.
Yeah, which is exactly what we pictured for Kentucky. Green rolling hills, and it did not disappoint.
No. And horse stables. And they have some horses running the track. So that's cool.
So what is it that they're doing? Are they training them for races, or?
No, that's I can't remember the name of that type of racing. It's like a Surrey or something like that. Little cart horses.
So that would be an actual race that they would do.
That's the actual track that they would race on. They just stopped practicing now, but there are a couple of these horses. Let's get up here real quick and watch this one. A couple of these horses are hauling. So they get going pretty good. So check this guy out here. There's an actual name for that style of horse racing.
Let's just call it
We'll have to look it up.
We'll call it kart racing.
Anyway.
No?
Yeah, it's a beautiful area here. Lots of, like I said, horse stables back over there. And it was pretty quiet last night. There was a neighborhood back behind us, so there was a little traffic and a little bit of partying going on there at one house. But other than that, not too bad. Here comes another horse. Check this guy out.
Doing?
So zero suspension on those things. That can't be comfortable, but it's what they do. Here comes another one. These horses are really pretty. This guy's coming a little closer, so we'll get a better shot of this one. How we doing? So that was cool. We just got dusted. All right, we are going to go into a distillery. Actually, a couple today. The first one is Limestone
Branch.
Limestone Branch.
In Lebanon, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's just a few miles down the road.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to the Maker's Mark Distillery, which is in this area as well. Not too far.
One of your favorite whiskeys?
I do like Maker's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried to get on a tour there today. They give tours, a number of tours each day, but they were sold out the entire time that we'll be here, which is only going to be 3 days.
Yeah, the Maker's Mark was $25 a person. The Lime Branch that we're going to was $9. So
$9, and was it veterans free?
Veterans are free.
Yeah.
And active military.
Yeah, veterans, active military free. At Maker's Mark, you get $5 off, so it would have been $20 for veterans or military and $25 normal adult charge.
And they apparently have a nice grounds and a restaurant, so we'll check that out too.
Everyone we've talked to said definitely got to kind of make a day of it there at Maker's Mark. It's beautiful. So we'll probably go from Limestone over to Maker's Mark, have lunch, just kind of chill out on the grounds. And we might be able to get a walk-up tour. Maybe someone cancels,
That's what
we'll be
we're
able to get in. So let's see, we got to go this way because there's a ditch keeping us from crossing right there. But yeah, the sites here are decent. They're all gravel. There are 20 of them. Again, full hookups and no frills, but it isn't a pretty setting.
And close to everything. Very close to Louisville. I don't know if you mentioned that, but
Yeah.
if you're going to Churchill Downs, you want to take a look at that, you want to go on the Whiskey Trail, you're right in the center. And did you know that Lebanon is the geological center of Kentucky?
How about that?
Who knew?
Smell this. Used to brew beer at home and has a similar aroma. Really nice. What did you think of that whiskey that was thieved straight out of the barrel for us?
I'm not a good person to ask.
Yeah, Shauna's not a whiskey person. But it was good, I thought. It was 109 proof, so it was definitely a little hot.
It was a pretty color.
I have poured you all Yellowstone. This is 93 proof, 4 years on our pot still, 7 years on a column still. You're gonna pick up sweet sides and savory sides. It's different on every side. Your first sip is your acclimation sip. Pay no attention to it and don't just throw it to the back of your mouth and say, "Ah, that's good." You have no idea what you drank. After you have that acclimation sip, your second sip, your palate's prepared. Now that first sip, let it coat your tongue. That's called the Kentucky Chew. So you want to kind of get it all over your tongue, prepare your palate that way. So what do you all think of this?
Ah, that's good.
It's good? No.
It's teasing.
I figured out after 2 seconds. So this is your party trick.
Sweet.
You want long, thick legs on any of your bourbon and your whiskey.
So we're going to have Derek make me a minor case old fashioned, and he starts off the right way. I can always tell when someone makes the right kind of old fashioned, they're using a cube of ice versus crushed ice. So here we go. So orange bitters and black walnut bitters. I've never had that before. That should be good. Those myself. Sometimes a little ball in there gets
Stamp the ice here.
Check that out. Isn't that awesome? Nice zest of orange. There you go. Puts it on the rim. Excellent. And some cherry. Nice. Beautiful. Wherever I go, I always get an old fashioned. So let's see how this stacks up to ones I've had all over the U.S. So, how can I say excellent in more than one word? Excellent. Derek, excellent old-fashioned, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Shauna's going to have a, what is this, an ale 8? Is this a
Sounds
soda?
like a ginger ale, but
Like a ginger ale soda?
yeah.
Ah, ginger beer?
Does it screw off the
It
top?
is. Yep.
So give that a shot. Nope.
Yes, it might be then.
Here, let's,
Cheers.
We'll do a cheers. Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Salute. Oh, that's good. I think
Good.
I can definitely taste the walnut bitters in there. That definitely sends it over the edge a little bit. Yeah. And we're going to finish our drinks here. And then we're going to move on to Maker's Mark. And I think we mentioned earlier that we wanted to get into Maker's Mark and do the tour much like this. Maker's Mark is a much larger, probably more popular distillery, so all the available tour slots were taken. We're going to go up here into this little cabana, if you will, and hang out in the shade, finish the old fashioned,
Nice.
finish Shauna's
Ginger ale.
ginger beer. Ginger ale, ginger beer.
Yeah, it could be a ginger beer too.
Yeah.
Ginger ale. Ginger beer. Oh, a late one.
A late one,
ALE81. A late one. Soft drink.
as opposed to Al 81. It's a late
Yeah.
one. It's not Al.
Ale8. That's what I thought it was.
So Al 81 versus Ale 8.
A late one, or the latest thing. 4 generations, I still love the secret recipe from Uncle Lee's handwritten notes. Well, so when was it? 1926 on this. So it's not Ale 8, it's a late one.
A late one.
A late one. A late one. It's good. Tasty, tasty.
So I think this may be probably one of the more unusual places we've taken you on our last 2-year odyssey across the U.S.
Yeah.
We were telling Derek, who you saw make the drink for me, that you know, no matter where we go across the U.S., by and large, people have been great. Kind of all want the same thing. You know, want a good job, want to take care of our families, and enjoy life as much as we can. This last year has really been tough. This distillery was kind of in a, I wouldn't say a bad way the last year, but like most small businesses, things slowed down for them. So they're happy to have people back again and have the tourists
I wonder what they did
buying.
with all of everything that they made. I guess.
Well, it just ages. They don't.
It just sits and
Well,
ages.
yeah, they still have, they still distribute, so they still have stores that they distribute to and sell in that way. But
That's true.
in terms of having people here, that was kind of locked down for a little bit, I guess. But
Yep, I forgot about that. Definitely would have the stores.
so if you are in Lebanon, Kentucky, or anywhere now around Louisville, if you're coming through, definitely a must stop here at the Limestone
Branch. I want to say bridge.
Limestone Branch.
Limestone Branch.
Yeah, a lot of history and lineage with this particular distillery, so definitely want to do that if you get a chance. Even if you don't drink, I mean, you can just do a tasting or not. You don't have to do any of that. That's relatively cheap. I think we mentioned $9 for adults, free for veterans, which is awesome.
And active military.
And active military.
Yeah.
And we are off to our next distillery, Maker's Mark, which is not too far down the road. A couple miles.
Oh, well,
What's it look like?
13 minutes.
13 minutes.
I can't tell how many miles. It doesn't say.
Let's see here.
I
What's
got
the
6.
GPS
I
says?
guess it does 6 miles. It's in a different little town.
Yeah.
Town of Laredo. Or Loretto.
Loretto, Kentucky. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going there. Shauna is the designated driver.
I am not a whiskey girl.
We're doing everything safe. Yeah, Shauna's not a whiskey girl. You know, all the whiskeys to me were great. I think the favorite was the $139 bottle. Of course it was. That was the smoothest for me, anyway. You know, all the staff there at Limestone, you know, awesome people.
Very nice.
Yeah, they were excited to learn that we are YouTubers and that we have 2 little Frenchies. So
Actually, they wanted to see Ricky and Lucy.
yeah, they were more excited to see them, I think.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So Lauren and Derek,
Right way.
don't take offense, please,
Oh.
if you watch this. No, all in good fun. So 13 minutes down the road and we'll be at Maker's Mark. That's another one of my favorite whiskeys. We made it here to Maker's Mark Distillery here in Loretto, Kentucky. And we came down the path that says tours. I don't know if we're in the right place necessarily, but we are just going to wing it.
I see a lot of peeps over here, so
Yeah,
I think we're in
a lot
the
of people.
vicinity anyhow.
So I don't know that they'll run us off if we are in the wrong spot. So, yeah, everyone said that the property here is awesome and very pretty, and they are correct. Man, it is in a picturesque part of the country here in Kentucky.
Beautiful, beautiful. I can't even say beautiful enough.
Yeah, very, very pretty.
We've seen so many beautiful things. This is just like right up there at the top.
Yeah. Now, I'm guessing we're probably not in the right spot.
We're gonna go up here and find out.
Yeah. A lot of construction, a lot of stuff going on here, which is a good sign. You know, they're expanding or at least improving the distillery here, so that's a great thing.
Look at all these roses. It smells so good.
It smells so good through here.
It does.
That we kind of figured that today was going to be sold out, even though we stopped by to see if they had any openings, and they don't. So we're going to walk down the hill.
This is a cool hill.
Yeah, very pretty.
Well, look at the one out there. Is that cool?
And go to the restaurant and have some lunch. So this is the courthouse. It's the oldest standing whiskey retail package store in America since 1889.
Got it.
Cool. So what do you think about the grounds so far?
They are immaculate.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
really pretty. Really pretty. It's like you're in a whole different world.
You are, yeah. And look at, like we're down in this valley here. It's so pretty.
Very, very nice. Well, we're a little bummed. We stopped by the restaurant to get some lunch, even though it is 1-ish or 2-ish, something like that. And they are sold out of food. Who'd have thunk it? Kind of bummed about that.
No, that's a big bummer.
Oh well. So now we have to find some place to eat.
Dang it.
So we were just saying at the last distillery we were at, they had charcuterie, meats and cheeses and things, crackers. That's looking kind of good right now.
I know.
Looking kind of good.
Who'd have thunk they'd be out of food at their restaurant? That makes no sense. But anyhow.
So it's amazing how big this distillery is and just how expansive it is. You know, they have a lot of these buildings, like this is the gift shop, and over here we're not quite sure what all these buildings are. Obviously something to do with obviously the making of Maker's Mark whiskeys. But back here, I'm going to stroll over here and I'll show you they've got a bunch of new construction going on. So the alcohol business is booming, apparently here in Kentucky. So we're gonna get out of the heat here because it is warm here today. Gonna be about 91, I think. We're gonna go into the gift shop, see what they have. See if there's something we can't live without.
Plenty of elbow room.
Ready?
Yeah. No, sideways, turn down. Big glass. Oh, you got your own glass.
I got my own.
I didn't know what that was.
lucky enough to catch a bottle dipping.
Yeah, and it's funny because before we realized that's what it was, the one thing I said was, all I wanted to see was them putting the wax on the top. And voila, there it was.
Yeah, the one thing about Maker's Mark is they hand dip every single bottle. So each one is unique. No two are the same, ever. Impossible for them to be the same. So that's kind of neat to see that. And then once they dip it, they place a stamp on top to mark that, and then they're done. So we're going to walk around this area here, check out a few more of these buildings. Wow, this is really neat. Check this out. That might have been a little hard to see, but that's where they are printing the labels for all the bottles. So it appears that they do everything on site here. From the, I don't know about the bottles, if they manufacture the bottles or not. That'd be interesting to know if they do. But at least from printing the labels, applying the labels, distilling, filling, hand dipping, the wax and everything, they do it all right here. Big building behind us, that's the actual distillery. And walking by that, man, you can really smell the corn mash.
It smells so good.
Everything cooking and fermenting in there. Pretty cool. Yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to get on that tour, which is kind of a bummer, but still the grounds are beautiful and a good day to spend outside, even though it's a little hot and humid. No biggie. We found something here that a little bit too much, I think, to drink today. It's kind of passed out. Little kitty cat. Little kitty cat. Yeah, it's alive. Well, wrapping up today's little jaunt to Maker's Mark Distillery.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Love to have had an inside tour.
Yeah, the grounds are expansive here.
Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
And a little history, I think I've told you before earlier in the video that I do like Maker's Mark. And you know, this particular distillery has been in the Samuels family since 1779. So they've been producing whiskey in Kentucky since 1779. And I think except during the Prohibition era in the 30s. But nonetheless, sort of an interesting tidbit about that is that you could get, distilleries rather, could get a medicinal license for whiskey and sell it that way. And I think it was, what, like 2 tables, they prescribe the whole bottle.
Yeah.
They give you the whole bottle with the prescription, but prescribe only 2 teaspoons. They would give you the whole bottle but prescribe only 2 teaspoons per day. I don't know who stuck to that. So Shauna's driving on this 1.5 lane country road. Got about a mile to go, and we've only seen one vehicle that came on head on. That was close.
It's so scary.
We both jerked to the right and managed to miss each other.
It's so scary.